Perfect. Okay. The website I'm going to have you either go to is probably the one that I think most people use is ghvmath.com, and it doesn't need to be capitalized. Math.com. I think that's what most people use. It's just easier to remember. That's my personal website. MrWard.org. Ward.org is the same thing. It takes you to the same website. Those are the two I remember. And if else is failing, hsmath.org. I have a bunch of different ones, but they all go to the same website. So hopefully it's appearing like this. If you're having troubles, let me know. It does not need to be capitalized. So. Alright, is everyone good? Is everyone good? Okay, I know it's a shameless plug. I'm not trying to promote my own website. It's kind of convenient when you need to watch a class film or get a worksheet or you print something off, or maybe you just need to see what the homework is. You can still use JMC Lesson Planner. I still post everything to there. So if you haven't already, make sure you get logged into JMC. That's our grading program. So you can check out what your grades are and what the assignments are for every class. You probably already have an account for that. If you don't, you can talk to Mrs. Briley and she'll get you hooked up with them and get your password reset and whatnot. I think you probably used that since what, junior high days, something like that, JMC? Okay, so you should be somewhat familiar with it. But this is my personal website, so you can scroll, you can see all the pretty pictures and scroll for days. But anyways, if you're at the top, you don't need to scroll. I have links at the top for a bunch of different stuff, like lesson plans, daily lessons. The archive is like past years. I've done this for 5 years. Professional development, that's for teachers. Girls basketball, student council, chess club. Yeah, I run a chess club. And then things about me if you need to know anything. But daily lessons is probably the thing that you need to click on. Now, if you don't want to click here, because maybe you can't even see that little link, you can scroll down and click on whatever class at the bottom where there's pictures of textbooks or just the icon of like the PowerPoint that you saw yesterday and the word geometry or homework. You can click on any of those links down below. I think it's under like Today in Classroom or something like that. But click here, it'll do a little drop down and you can click geometry since that's the class you're in. And what it will do is it will bring up basically every lesson throughout the year. So yesterday's lesson was already posted. I did that yesterday, like before school, just so you can see what it was going to look like. Well, today I put everything in there. So I put, PowerPoint was in there. I think it was kind of clicking through yesterday, but it's got class film. So you can kind of see what we talked about yesterday. You can see what it looks like. You can see how it sounds, that type of thing. So in fact, I'm going to click through that. Just so you can see that. So daily lessons, geometry. So now on this site, there's a bunch of different things. So I got a bunch of links to things that probably are useful to you. I'm going to zoom in. This is incredibly tiny. So I got Khan Academy, SciMath. It's like a problem solver if you need help. Wolfram Alpha is like it looks like a search engine, but it's basically just a huge calculator. Think of it like an encyclopedia. Wolfram Alpha doesn't search the internet. It has information on a server and it just spits out what it knows. So it's very different than Google. Google searches every website and tries to compile things for you. Wolfram Alpha doesn't do that. It's owned by Microsoft. Bubble is something that we do for brainstorming. We'll do that later this year. And then Nearpod is something I use for PowerPoints. So I didn't do it yesterday just because we didn't have a lot of time. But Nearpod is, you probably even used it, but imagine we're doing a PowerPoint class and it's super boring. You just watch me click all day long like you did yesterday. Well, Nearpod allows it to be on your screen right in front of you. So when I click, it clicks on your screen and you don't have to have any account, sign in, it just works. It's kind of awesome. But also I can add like questions and stuff in there. So it's kind of cool. I use it every now and then. A lot of people like it because you can draw on it and stuff, and it's kind of fun. But then Desmos, if we ever have to graph anything for algebra purposes, which we don't really do that a lot, we use Desmos and stuff. Then I'll have, like, if there's any other major links, I'll put them over here off to the side, like logic puzzles and stuff. We'll get to that later this year when we get to certain psychology aspects of mathematics. But this is the carousel, so it'll change. So we're in the first chapter, chapter 1. So like tomorrow's, or I guess today's lesson will appear right next to it, either behind it or in front of it, but it'll say August 25th. It'll have a new picture because I'll find something else to take photos of. And then you'll be able to click it. So if you just click this, it's kind of like what all those links would have done earlier. It'll take you to the daily lesson, what we did yesterday. Well, today's I'll post it right after school. That's usually what I do. It'll have a detailed outline of what we did today. So basically it'll say website and I'll have all the directions. I might even have pictures that have arrows pointing at what you should click on, which is pointless because it's on the website anyway. But I'll have that. I'll have probably, we're doing book checkout today, as you can see. Then if there's any homework, which you will have homework today. I know that's odd, you have to get a book cover on said book. It's lovely. And then I won't have any PowerPoint today. So I'll probably say no PowerPoint. And then class film is down here. I know it's really hard to see because I use white backgrounds. I might try to switch this background up. But if you click class film, it'll actually start playing. It'll be me. It's still processing the video, obviously, from yesterday. So, but it's there and it will work. It'll look glorious. In fact, I'll just click on a different link way up above. I'll just click past year's videos. Geometry from 2018. Cool. Let's do that. You can see what these all look like there. This is what it's eventually going to look like when I have hundreds of videos and days of lessons in there. And you know, they have little arrows over here so you can click and you can see other days in that chapter because I separate it by chapters. So there's review days and there's, you know, I try to be as organized as possible. If there's homework, here's what it looks like. And if there's worksheets, you can click them. They're actually downloadable. If you click it, just downloads right to your Chromebook and you can print it off all you want. I'll have pictures of it, so if you don't know what the worksheet's supposed to look like. Practice test, class film, there it is. This is before, I think this is before I had a GoPro. And this is, yeah, this is a terrible quality. This was using a Canon camera in the back. I had it in the back wall. I zoomed in as far as I could. Let's see what it says.
On our practice guide, sorry.
There you go.
I'm going to zoom in here a little bit, make sure this gets a little bigger.
Haven't changed much in 2 years. There you go. Okay, get the idea? I know, shameless plug, but it is helpful when you need to watch a video. My quality's way better now. It looks way better. So, yeah, that was terrible looking back at. All right, let's get some books though. I'm gonna hand these out. There's no specific number to it right now, so you can just hand these back and keep the one I hand you. Some of them even have book covers, so if you're really that person like, oh, Ward, give me one with a book cover, I will do that, because I have like 3 or 4 that have book covers. So, if you don't care, you can rip it off and put your own on there. These are good. Alright, already walked around with that. Alright, let's see. There we go. You can tear those off if you don't like it. You can put your own on there. These are terrible examples of book covers. One more. Anyone else? Does anyone else need a book that I hand too many out? Okay, so, book cover. It can be anything. It can be that little stretchy socky thing that you guys always buy from Targets and Walmarts and Staples. It could be the brown paperback. Hold that up. Feel like that? You can leave that on there. I don't care. All I ask is that it has to be covered. I don't want to see like loose pieces of paper taped to the back. I've seen this before. I don't know why. They just tape a piece of paper to the back of my book. That doesn't count. You won't get points for it. This is your first assignment of the year, you're gonna get points for it. I know it's dumb, but I wanna see a book cover on your said book. Okay, now, so I'm gonna check that Thursday and Friday this week. 2 days checking. If you don't have it done in the 2 days, you don't get any of the points, and no, you can't make those points up. So you'd already be failing week 1. You'd show an F in the grade. So get a book cover on it, so you have, what, 3 days, 4 days to get it done? So, question.
Does this count?
That counts. You already have 5 points. If you want to keep it on there. If you don't, tear it off, put a new one on there. I don't care. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Those are from last year. So, all right. So, if you need help with a paper bag, if you need a paper bag, I have, I think, 100 in the back if you need one. So, we'll do that. I'm not going to give you time in class to do that. We're not doing our practice day. You can do that later. So, now, online textbook. So, if you still have your Chromebook open, that's fine. If you don't, you can just watch up here. The online textbook, I have a link to it, so you don't have to like search the internet for it, because that's a pain in the butt. It is, so I was on the main website, I clicked through, you know, daily lessons, went to geometry, and it's right there. You probably saw it earlier. Boom, it's right there. It says Geometry, Glenn Clow. It's the same book, it's the online version of it. It's handy when you don't want to carry around 10 pounds of book in your backpack and breaking your back. So, now, it will not hurt my feelings if I never see that book until the last day of school. It won't hurt my feelings. I just recommend that you just keep this in your locker in case, like, let's say the internet goes out, or heaven forbid you don't have a Chromebook at some point, maybe you forgot it, maybe it's not charged or something. You can go get your book and you can still do our homework. So, but that's it. Now, I'm going to set you up with accounts for these. You already have a login, I think, from junior high days and high school days. You already have a login. The school already set you up with one. The issue is, I have no idea what your account name is. So I have to do a little bit of searching and figure out what your password is. Usually it's like your first, last name, 17 or something like that. Or first, last name, and then your password would be cards123, something like that. You probably even have it saved on your Google account. So all I need to do is just kind of figure out what yours is, and then I'll email you personally what your account is. Does that make sense? So I'll send you an email. This is your login, this is your password, boom. And all I have to do is it tells me if it works, that type of thing. So you don't even have to email me back. Just tell me in class, like, yeah, it works. I can use the online version. So, but later this week, I'm going to check your books to make sure you have a book cover. So again, it could be a paper bag, it could be a stocky thing or something cool I don't even know about. Just don't, like, I had somebody one year, I wonder if it's still in the back, somebody like literally just duct tape and duct tape my entire book. Let's not do that. I couldn't get the duct tape off. It's still back there, I think. Let me see it. I bet it is.
I want that right now.
No, you don't. Yeah, it's still back here. Somebody duct tape my book. That's not duct tape, all right? I can't get that off. They thought it was fun, and it's not fun to pull off. All right. Okay. Logistically, is there anything you have questions on? Websites, book, whatnot, online textbook? What do you got for me? I talk a lot. Okay, all right. Next thing. Now this is going to seem a little awkward. I need your book number, because obviously I said they're individually numbered to you. Well, now they are. So, inside, so if you open up the front cover, there's going to be a tiny little black number or a red number. It's usually in like the, so I'll just draw it up here. You probably already see it. So here's your textbook. You've opened up the cover, and you have that like printed thing where it says name, blah, 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 and then there's a number like right there usually. It's in black, sometimes it's red, sometimes it's a weird number with letters in it sometimes, because people made these numbers up when I first got these books. So I let the students make those up. So all I need is to hear you say that number, and then your neighbor who is next to you is going to look at your book and repeat the same number to me. Now you're thinking, why do you want my neighbor to look at my book and say the number again? I had an instance where somebody told me their number, I recorded it, and at the end of the year, the number was wrong. They said their number was 17. Their number was 71. Because they're dyslexic. And they didn't have the right book. So, I need to confirm that it's the right number and that you're not making mistakes by accident. Now, I'm not making fun of dyslexia because that's a serious condition. I'm just saying that I want to make sure we have your number logged down. Okay? So, take a look at your number, get it in your head. I'm going to write it down. All right. And if I butcher your name, I'm really sorry. It's my bad. Okay, so, Shelby, what do you got?
61.
61. All right. Confirm?
61.
Ah, I like it. All right. Maya, what do you got?
64.
64. You want to confirm that?
64.
All right, good. All right, we're on a roll here. Haley, what do you got?
76.
76.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, good. Andrew, what do you got?
58.
58. Confirm that?
58.
All right, good work. Vanessa, what do you got?
50.
50.
Yep.
50, good. All right. Hope.
49.
49. Does anyone confirm that?
49.
49, good. Greta, what do you got?
73.
73. Somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah. Skylar, what do you got?
30.
30. Somebody confirm?
30.
30. All right, good. Elsie, what do you got? 51. 51? Yes? All right, good work. All right, units, what do you got?
1,230.
1,234 is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody confirm?
1,230.
Yeah, good. All right. Dakota, what do you got?
5,061.
Yeah, that's the problem with letting people make these up. 5,061, somebody confirm? Yeah, all right, good. Benz, what do you got?
46.
46.
Yeah.
And you said 4-6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. That's my phone hearing coming through. Alexis, what do you got?
39.
39?
39.
39. And Mason?
60.
60. Somebody confirm?
16.
All right, perfect. You guys are good at this. All right. Didn't even have to explain it twice. Good. All right, appreciate it. Now, those will be the same numbers I should get back at the end of the year. So if you're that person that notoriously loses something, don't. Keep it in your locker here at school. I know there's some people that never even open their locker. They just use their physical education locker. I don't know how you can get by with that. But you need to have this book at the end of the year when we check back in. And hopefully it'll be a more smooth transition compared to what we did last year. So, okay, they're yours. You can keep them on your desk. Everything else you can put down below you. We're not going to do anything major today. I think I only have you for another 4 minutes. But I'd like to do a little activity to get your brain flowing. Nothing major, no notes. You can put everything down below. The book can stay out if we need it. I don't think we will. We only got like 4 minutes. Okay. I want to get rid of all these things. All right, so here's the little challenge. Now I'm going to ask for a brave volunteer, and I'll turn off the camera when the brave volunteer decides they want to come up to the marker board. Let me put the directions on the board. Okay, you can see my little stickers on the board. Maybe you can't, sorry, there's little stickers over there with pictures. Here's the challenge to you, and you guys can communicate as a class. You have, less than 5 minutes here, but you need to locate the position that fits this description, okay? It's equidistant from the flag and the tree. Flag and the tree over there, yeah, that tree looks like broccoli, but you get the idea, it's way over there. And it is 2 feet from the fountain. 2 feet from the fountain. The fountain's up there, it looks like a bird bath. It's that weird tiered thing. Sorry, the pictures I pulled off the internet. Okay, I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes. You can discuss with your neighbor next to you. But I'm going to ask for brave volunteer or volunteers, if there's more than one, that would like to go up there and move one of my magnets. I got like 20 magnets over there, and find the location where it would be. Okay? It doesn't have to be exact, just because I know I say 2 feet, but get in the ballpark, right? Is get the directions, find the location that fits that description. So I got the tree, the flag, and the fountain. 2 minutes, read through it, discuss, and I need a brave volunteer to go up there. Okay? All right, I'm gonna turn off the camera so no one's on camera.